Katie, bar the door! Bar the door. It's time for episode 4. So who's Katie? I don't know. Let's jump into this week's episode. Now over on
Tandangadang,
Vanilla Pete is really starting to impress me. Maybe there's some chocolate chips in there somewhere. I don't know. But what I do know is, Pete, cut the crap. If you keep this up, I'm gonna have to start calling you Mint Chocolate Chip Pete, or Chocolate Chip Cookie Dough Pete. And there's no way one man should call another man Mint Chocolate Chip or Cookie Dough. It's just not right. So cut the crap. Go back to being boring. You're working me into a corner here. I know you're trying to win $1 million, but I've got a YouTube show to do. What's more important here? You know what? We're just gonna have to call you Not So Vanilla Pete from here on out. Anyway, Not So Vanilla Pete is showing some really good strategy here. This isn't just some angry dwarf throwing people's socks into the fire. This is good gameplay. Now there's 3 ways to play Survivor. The first way is just to sit back, put your feet up, and let everybody else make the decisions. The second way to play is to tell everybody what they should do, to assert yourself, to boss everybody around. But the third way to play is to set the stage, to manipulate the situation so that people make their own decisions, but they're making the decisions that you want them to. So what am I talking about here? This great strategy move. Well, in case you didn't see it, Not So Vanilla Pete took the immunity idol clue that RC found and stuck it with RC's stuff in the hut so that everybody could see that she had the immunity idol clue. So this puts a big target on RC and makes Abi Maria go off the deep end. Or maybe I should say the deeper end. So Abi is like, this RC, she's not honest with me. I cannot trust her. She go behind my back and read immunity idol clue? I mean, I went behind her back and actually got the immunity idol. But it's okay when I do it. So over on Calabar, Dawson is on fire duty, and she makes something, but she's not really sure if it's fire or not. So she asks Jeff Kent if this is fire. I don't know, Dawson. Why don't you stick your hand in those flamey-like things, and if it burns, it's probably fire. Anyway, Jeff Kent and Jonathan invite Carter into their For Now alliance. And Carter is like, yeah, I'm something good on there because I don't think I'm going to make it far in the game with Dawson and the girls. Is that it now? Mumble, mumble. So while the men of Calabar are forging an alliance, Dana, Dawson, and whoever this is, are forging an alliance of their own. Dana says that women naturally just feel more comfortable around each other. Tell that to RC and Abi Maria. Anyway, Dana doesn't need a man for anything. And I mean anything. She must be one of those, what do you call somebody who doesn't eat meat? Vegetarians. So back over on
Tandangadang,
Mike Scoopin is making a stew, which will from here on out be known as the Scoopy Stew. Anyway, Abi Maria tastes the Scoopy Stew, and she's like, it needs more salt! It's a bland! But RC likes it just the way it is. And this is indicative of the bigger picture between Abi Maria and RC. They're just not getting along, they're not seeing eye to eye, and they're butting heads. But instead of cutting her losses and rearranging her alliance structure, RC is trying to make nice with Abi Maria. Why? I don't know. Abi is still pissed about that immunity idol clue kerfuffle. Abi tells RC, I am over it! Cannot you see I have nothing to talk to you about? You know what you did? You betrayed me! I mean, I betray you first by getting the idol for myself, but you betray me! So somehow Lisa gets in the middle of all this and she's just happy that the heat's not on her. Abby tells Lisa, "I'm not stupid. My intelligence need not be insulted. But I tell you what needs a little more insult. Is that Scoopy Stew? That thing is bland as the day is long." So up next is the immunity challenge. And as a side note, what's with these long hashtags that CBS recommends? Hashtag immunity challenge? I mean, come on, you just ate up 18 of my 140 characters. Don't worry, what I have to say, not that important. I mean, Twitter is already contributing to the destruction of the written English language. Thanks, CBS, for having me leave out more punctuation and having to abbreviate my abbreviations. What's wrong with hashtag immunity? I mean, I guess it's better than hashtag Survivor Philippines Immunity Challenge, but come on. Anyway, back to the immunity challenge. Now let's give some recognition to Denise. She was the only woman to participate in this challenge, and she held her own. The challenge as a whole was a nail-biter.
Tandangadang
Came in first place, and then it was down to Matt Singh and Calabaw. Who's going to win? Calabaw wins immunity! Now, it wouldn't be an immunity challenge without Russell throwing a temper tantrum. He's pissed because he says he's supposed to live his life in excellence, and everything he's supposed to do should be excellent, and losing isn't excellence. You know, I feel bad for Russell. He must have a hard life. If only he would replace the word excellent with mediocre, I think all his expectations would be met. But listen, I'm not a glass half empty guy. I'm a glass half full guy. So let's talk about the things that you are perfect in. For instance, right now, you're making a perfect fool out of yourself. And that's excellence. Russell continues his streak of excellence and plays the perfect fourth boot game. And then there were two. I don't think this is the final two that Denise and Malcolm were hoping for. All right, let's bring this in for a landing, and let's see what the survivors had to say on Twitter. Artist says, "What's up, Trev? I just watched your review for the first time. OM goodness. I can't stop laughing. Great job." Artist, I think it was Leonardo da Vinci that said that art is never finished, only abandoned. I guess that's why your parents left the T off the end of your name. Thanks for watching, artists. I'm glad I could make you laugh. The specialist, Philip Shepard, writes, "You ready for Survivor? If you are, check out SurvivorTrev. Smiley face." This is high praise from Survivor's only special agent. Philip, you entertained me on Survivor Redemption Island. I'm just trying to return the favor. Angie writes, "SurvivorTrev, ha ha! I love your reviews. You're so freaking funny." Smiley face. Oh, Angie, I love your reviews too. I mean, you really don't have reviews, but if you did, I'd love them. Not So Vanilla Pete writes, "Just found this. Best Survivor review. So follow this guy." And boom, more Twitter followers. I'm liking this guy more every day. So that's it for this episode. What you need to do is hit the subscribe button right up here. You need to follow me on Twitter, Tout, and Facebook at SurvivorTrev. And stay alive. And I'll see you guys in episode 5.